There's a group of chemicals called PFAS that are in all of our blood, and it might cause cancer. And because they're impossible to break down, they're known as forever chemicals.
We decided that we should facilitate this webinar to reach out to all New Zealand companies, to our politicians, to our media, and raise awareness. We have a unique opportunity in New Zealand to take a position now to protect our environment, not just for this generation, but for centuries to come. These chemicals last forever. And if we don't take precautions now, we will live with the consequences for years to come.
You're an island economy, and you have a very natural protection against PFAS. If you don't order it from elsewhere, it won't get there. And I think that you could do something not only to control the restriction of it coming in, but you could also find out where it's being used and list companies. There's no registry of companies in the US. It's too large to consider. In New Zealand, it should be possible to list all the companies that have vowed to be PFAS free.
What started with a farmer in West Virginia with several cows that were getting sick, we now know is a problem that affects virtually everyone on this planet. Some of the biggest human health studies ever done. 69,000 people were studied over 7 years, with independent scientists who were able at the end of that process to confirm drinking PFOA was linked with causing 6 different diseases: testicular cancer, kidney cancer, ulcerative colitis, thyroid disease, preeclampsia, and high cholesterol. That process stretched over 7 years. But at the end, by 2012, when that information came out, the regulatory authorities in the US started finally going out and requiring public water supplies all over the US to look for PFOA and PFOS.
The government took action, starting with our paper. A number of states banned PFAS in food packaging, the country of Denmark, and our Congress saying no more PFAS in military meals ready to eat. So science plus communication leads to change.
And then if you stop buying it and on using products that use it, you can vote with your market voice, and that's a very powerful change agent. It will reduce the flow in for future generations. We may be stuck with it, but hopefully future generations won't have it there in New Zealand. That would be the hope.
The horrible problem of forever chemicals can actually create an opportunity for New Zealand. Rather than importing more and more items with PFAS into New Zealand, we need to harness the natural, sustainable, and biodegradable resources like strong wool to replace products treated with forever chemicals in the supply chain.